the one, the only, Benzion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun with Benzion. Today's daf is Benzion Gittin, daf Samach number 66. I want to talk today about a concept that really is not directly addressed, but I think comes out of today's daf. And if you look at the Mishnah on Samach Dalid, Samach Gilma base on the bottom, the last two lines, a woman appoints a shliach for Kabbalah. She needs to have two sets of witnesses. One set of witness that she told someone to be a shliach Kabbalah, and another set of witnesses to witness the actual get, giving the get. Now, witnessing the actual giving the get, we learned, since we hold, or Belezer holds, Eidei Chasima Karsi, those two Eidim are very integral. They're not just proving that the get was done. They're actually making the creases. By them watching it, they're actually severing the marriage. And it's even more than like Eidei Kiyum. There's Rav Chaim Brisker talks about the difference between Eidei Raya and Eidei Kiyum. Eidei Raya is just, when I lend someone money, I have Eidim that saw it so they can be a proof that I lent them the money. And then there's the Eidei Kiyum, like by Kiddushin, you have to have two people that witness the Kiddushin. That makes it an official procedure, Kiddushin. I think, according to Belezer, Eidim Asir Karsi, it's more than that. It's that the Eidim are not just being there, it's not being in the presence, it's not considered a venue, right? Eidei Kiyum means it makes it a venue, right? It makes it a significant place, a place that's significant because two Eidim are witnessing it. It's actually more than that. It's actually providing the krisus. So we explained yesterday, it's 100% proof they're actually severing the marriage. They're doing something according to Belezer. According to Meir, you don't have that concept. By signing the document, that's the kiyum. That is making the get. That is what severs the marriage. The text of the get severs the marriage. We all know the delivery of the get severs the marriage. But what about making the shliach the Kabbalah and shliach halacha? So the Mishnah on Samach Gilma Beis, when the woman is shliach the Kabbalah, she has to have two witnesses. However, you see from our daf, right? We started off from the Mishnah on Samach Gilma Beis, right? They were talking about a case where a man is in critical condition or he's going out to be executed. Even if he merely says to one person, seemingly, write a get, I think that's what the Mishnah says. Well, it says kisvu get liishti. I think even if he says to one person, the Mishnah also on Samach Vav and Mishaya Mushtach Labor, he's in a pit, he's probably going to die. He's either going to drown or there's Nachashim V'Akrovim, he's probably not going to get out of the pit. Amar Kol Shomei Kolo Yichto Leishto, he says singular, should write the get for my wife. Again, even though normally you have to say write the wife, write the get and give it, and give the get. If there's circumstantial evidence that he wants to do it, it's okay. We consider it like he said, Tanu, give the get to my wife also. So the parameters for making a shliach halacha by a man are a lot less severe than for a woman. A woman has to have two eidim over there. What's the difference in a man and a woman? The difference in a man and a woman is the man is megarish his wife bal korcha. He does the actual ma'isa. B'nasan v'yada. The man does the ma'isa, and when he gives the get to the woman or to the woman's shliach, so that affects the gerushin. That makes the gerushin happen. He's doing a ma'isa and a chalos. So when he makes a shliach, he's making, as I explained, the yada arichta. Right? He's making someone who's in his place, in his stead. The shliach is in his stead. So when you're making a shliach in your stead, right, you don't need even 80% proof. You don't need Eidim to witness that, right? You do need Eidim to witness the actual. If he's making a shliach halacha, there have to be Eidim, according to Belezer, that witness the actual giving of the get, because that's what is koris the get. But in order to make a shliach, there's two halachas. First of all, circumstantial evidence is enough for us to assume that he said tnu. And second, the appointment of the Eidim the appointment of the person does not need Eidim. You don't have to do it in front of Eidim. You don't have to do it in front of Eidim. Why don't you have to do it in front of Eidim? The answer is because when I make a yada arichta, again, I am transferring my person to another person. Only men can do this because only men are b'nei shlichus. Women don't have the same level of das as men, daita and kalos. They have das, but less knowledge than men. So when a woman makes shliach Kabbalah, she's actually not, the person is just acting as an agent. An agent basically does something and it reciprocates, it returns back whatever she did is on account of the person that sent her. So therefore, Because a woman, there's no maisa by the woman. The woman just accepts the get. It's bal korcha, it's against her will. There's no maisa of the woman. The maisa is with the man. But by the woman, it's just an acceptance, a chalos, once it goes into her hands. Even bal korcha, it goes into her hands, it goes into her rishus. It's a get, it automatically takes effect. Even if she doesn't want it to take effect, it takes effect. So therefore, it's only chalos. When she makes a shliach, there's no concept of making a shliach for instead of me, in place of me. Maybe she can't even do that because she's a woman, so she can't do that. All she's doing is like when a non-Jew becomes a shliach or a monkey becomes a shliach, his action transfers back to the mishalech, the person who did it, because the result transfers back. And here also the chalos, the result of the get, transfers back to the woman. And therefore, since it's not directly related to the woman, it's just some other person who's acting on behalf of the woman, you need proof of that. We need proof in court that it actually happened. You need to actually prove that it actually happened. By a man, it's a stronger type of shlichus. It's interesting. It's a stronger type of shlichus, so you don't need edim over here. You just need the concept of eid echanema and bisurin, right? Again, it's not a matter of chalos, a matter of the maisa. The maisa of gerushin is Isser V'heter. So not only do we rely on no edim being present when you make the shliach, but because the shliach is really an extension of myself. Because when I make a shliach myself, it's not that I'm giving over the reins to somebody else. It's just I'm putting myself in somebody else. So I never really did anything by shliach halach. I'm just going, right? I'm just transporting myself into some other person, which is a hard concept to understand. But it's really me, still me, who's giving the get. So I'm not really doing anything over here. So therefore, I don't need the edim to represent that. And also the Mishnayos say over here, and Chazal use circumstantial evidence, even though when it comes to dinei mamonis or killing somebody, we don't use circumstantial evidence. It's not good enough circumstantial evidence because it's only an assumption. It's not a proof. Here, circumstantial evidence. He says kisvu when he's going out to be executed, or he's in a pit, or he's on his deathbed, he's critical condition. Even though he didn't say give the get to the wife, which normally you have to say, we can take that because circumstantial evidence is enough when it comes to a man making the shliach. When the get is actually delivered, you need Eidei Masir Akar, so you need two Eidim. But when it's being appointed the shliach, I'm just, putting myself in someone else's body. I'm not making an agent for me. I'm just putting myself in someone else's body. It's a unique type of shliach, so therefore I don't need Eidim for that. And also, circumstantial evidence works, even though I don't say tznu, we assume in certain circumstances that it's like you said tznu, and that's good enough because again, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just transferring myself in someone else's body. I'm not having an agent work for me where I need proof for that. That's the big distinction between a man and a woman. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.